Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my F1 24 driver career mode series. And we start this one off with our first secret meeting here. I'm not too sure what team it is, but it's quite cool that we get our first secret meeting. Hopefully it's a better team. It probably won't be, to be fair, because it is just literally the very start of the season. The team that actually do start the secret meeting is actually Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. And at this point in the season, it's just, I don't accept it because I do end up declining the talks because we are doing so much better. And maybe later on in the season, I'll actually be able to get a better secret meeting with a different team. They might have higher up in the standing. So I feel like it's just too early to be able to want to really talk with another team. I feel like Visa Cash App's a good team to be at. Not Visa Cash App, Kick's a good team to be at. I did pick it as my starter team here. But for the Japanese Grand Prix here now, getting all my goals ready. I am rated 67 now as well, which is quite nice. We do get a upgrade in for the Japanese Grand Prix. Honestly, I'm not very good at this track, at all. But we'll still see how it goes as we go into free practice.
Konnichiwa and welcome to a track loved by the drivers and fans alike. A place where so many champions have been crowned. Let's get practice started then here in Japan.
Now in free practice here, it's a bit of a tricky one as I come out on the dries as it wasn't too wet. It was dry enough, well, it wasn't wet enough for inters, so I did go out on the dries. I do end up coming into the pits here to try out the inters, and I do try them out. And I just don't feel like it's wet enough for them either. So I was really in the crossover point, but the inters just didn't feel like they were ready for it because they were just very sliding. You can see Gasly actually completely gets my way there, but he's on dry tyres, and the Ferrari here, I think Charles Leclerc also on dry as he flies past us. Yeah, both on dry tyres. So I do go back in, and later on in the session I do come out on the drier tyres and do my practice just later on in the practice session. I ended up 12th fastest with Bottas P9, which was quite good for him. But now it is time for qualifying.
A warm welcome, everybody, from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember, Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Now coming out at the start-ish of my first lap in qualifying, I do come out at the beginning, unlike my usual at the end. I do make a huge mistake here and I actually spin the car. So definitely learnt my lesson. Do not go wide there. But I set another lap, or I set my only lap at the end of the session, so hopefully it's not a slow one, because I feel like I trust myself to be able to set a good strong lap at the end of the session. We do come over the line here, and it is actually good enough to get into Q2 here. It's P10, so that's not bad. And our teammate P12, so actually Bottas also making it through into Q2. So a great qualifying so far for the team. I come out again at the end of Q2. It's a good lap. It's actually felt really good, but on the last chicane here, I completely mess it up, and well, that's it really. That's my lap over. Unfortunate because it was a good lap. I thought we would be able to do quite well, but it is P14, so we are out of qualifying here due to that big mistake, which is quite unfortunate. Bottas just getting knocked out as well in P11, so that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, here we go for the Grand Prix.
Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Issa Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today at the Japanese Grand Prix? A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles. It's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 circuit. And the drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. Keep an eye out for overtakes into the final chicane. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Fernando Alonso completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Norris, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Bottas, Ricciardo, Albon, the rookie, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon, Magnussen and Logan Sargent. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Now for the strategy here, we are going to go with the one-stop softs and then the mediums. I don't know why they overfuel you so much in this game, but yeah, we go softs, mediums. Hopefully we'll have the pace. But as we come to the grid here now, we do go to 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. Lights come off very early here. Usually they're on quite late, so but it's not the best start for us. I think that's Pierre Gasly getting a brilliant start, overtaking like 5 cars here. But really, I'm just trying to take it cautious through this first part, this first sector of the track. As you saw in real life, there was a huge collision, brought out the red flag. I don't want to repeat that. Just trying to make sure I don't make any huge contact with the cars ahead, just trying to make it through the pack. Hopefully I don't crash out, so just trying to make it safely through. But as we go towards the next corner here, Albon has to brake really early here due to cars ahead, and he's quite far ahead of me, so I do brake quite late and I make a great move and move up into P14, but he does come back at us here, so I do have to brake late into the next corner, maybe making a move on Piastri there, having to dive down the inside just to make sure I don't make any contact there. He does come back at us, and you'll see during the race that corner really does me dirty, really, I guess, because I just have the worst exits every single time. It's probably my fault, but every single time I'm getting the worst exit, which was really, really frustrating, I can't lie. But on lap 3 here now, approaching the same corner behind Piastri still, maybe looking to make a move up his inside here. As I try and go up his inside, maybe making contact with Gasly there. But again, I don't know how to take the line through there, to be honest. Even with my battery on the exit, Oscar Piastri just managing to pull away from me on the exit there, which is just really annoying. And again now on lap 4, I feel like it's a tradition now every lap. Maybe trying to make it around the outside this time of Oscar Piastri going into the same corner. It looks like I'm going to make the move, but obviously expected. I don't make the overtake. He does pull out from me again, which is really annoying. Lap 7 here, maybe getting challenged by Nico Hulkenberg on the lap that we're going to be pitting. As you can see, our tyres are extremely worn here, but we do go side by side there through the 130R, but he does back out luckily, and we do dive into the pits at the end of this lap anyway, so even if we lost the position there, probably wouldn't have mattered too much. But we do dive in the pits. Hopefully it's not a slow stop. But I must have jinxed myself, because as I come in, we do actually have a very slow stop, as there is an issue, which is very frustrating, as we do lose quite a few positions. I think that takes away all of our chances of getting points. I think it throws away all of the positions that we would have gained. Now coming out right behind Gasly here. But yeah, it is really frustrating. We do come out very close to Gasly here, going through turn 1 here. I thought I was going to be able to make a move there, but not just yet. But on the next lap here now, following towards Gasly, I actually get told that I have to overtake him, so as an objective. So I maybe try and send it down the inside like I did on lap 1 on Alex Albon, and I do manage to do it. I make the overtake and I move up into P18 here. But down the main straight now on lap 9, he comes back at me here as we go side by side through the first few corners here. Still side by side, but he does get ahead of us there a little bit. And we do brake a little bit early here. We do it on the grass actually, just to let him through, but we get a great exit and we go round the outside. I don't know what happened to him there. Just did not get a good exit, but here's the replay on the overtake going side by side, but then I think it may have been we went on the grass and got a little bit of an advantage, but wasn't too much, and we managed to get up into P18 again, or hold off the position. Nothing else really happening the whole race until lap 18 here, where I get very close to Daniel Ricciardo here for P11, looking to maybe overtake him, as I've been catching him the past few laps a little bit by bit, so hopefully I'll be able to get past him here, but my skills not showing here in Japan. But as we come on the last lap, Fernando Alonso actually winning the Grand Prix, but we don't manage to overtake Daniel Ricciardo, even through the last few corners, getting really close to him there, just not having the pace to be able to overtake him. And we do come home in P12, an improvement on where we qualified, but not by much, even with that slow pit stop. So who knows where we would have been if the pit stop didn't screw us over. But either way, Logan Sargent actually getting driver of the day, which is quite funny. But fair enough to Alonso here, winning. I think this is the first race that Red Bull haven't won, so that's quite nice to see, actually. But yeah, so not the best result for us. Valtteri Bottas actually coming P8, so scoring some good points for the team here, which we probably needed, as Perez actually finishes P10, which is quite surprising. But Lance Stroll P9, but yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one, which is China, which is the first sprint race of the season, so that'll be quite interesting to see if they've updated the sprint format. So, but yeah. Well, I forgot to actually show you, but this is the constructors after this race. But now that is it, and I'll see you in the next video.